Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? Then smash the subscribe button and the like button and the share button, and please do follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to Monday's edition of the DC Multiverse Daily. No news is good news because there's not any news, DC movie or DC TV centric, really. So today we're going debate centric with all the videos we're going to do here on Big Mouth. So the first video, of course, is the DC Multiverse Daily, and we are going to debate the red trunks that Superman originally wore in Action Comics #1, and who he wore what he wore for a very, very long time. And of course, what Man of Steel did was get rid of the trunks, which meant the kind of hardcore Superman fans were very upset with that costume and, vented that frustration in the Man of Steel costume. Now, personally, I think the Man of Steel costume is amazing. It makes Superman look like that strong man that Siegel and Schuster envisioned, and that was the whole concept, the strong man, not mentally, but physically. That's the whole concept of the Superman idea, aka why he's called Superman, the ultimate being, right? Now, was it wrong for Zack Snyder to remove those trunks? Now, Zack and Deb have said this many, many times, that they tried lots of different designs for trunks and it just didn't work for them. Personally, I don't think they were ever really seriously going to use the trunks. I don't have any issues with that, of course. I think the New 52, did the New 52 get rid of the trunks? Or I think one of the versions did in a few years back, if I remember rightly. So it's not the first time it's happened. And the DCEU is very New 52 centric. And they've admitted that in the past. But was it wrong to get rid of those trunks? Now, this is kind of a deep rabbit hole question because people are very, very passionate. Yeah, I know a lot of you kind of mainstream people will say, what's the debate about trunks for? This is stupid. It means a lot to people. And I'll tell you why the people who are in support of Superman wearing the trunks, it's about original legacy, isn't it? It's what he started with. It's what he wore for years. Now, the people on the side of Zack Snyder and the Man of Steel costume are saying, we have to outgrow things. We have to redefine what the character is and what he looks like and even what he wears. Now, of course, if they got rid of the S-Shield, which is the most famous logo in the world, I think there would be issues there, and there was no reason to get rid of the S-Shield. Of course there's not. But the pants were seen by a lot of people as campy, very 1938 circus acrobatic kind of thing. And Zack Snyder believed that's not the kind of Superman and world he wanted to demonstrate. He wanted to demonstrate this real world, And the Superman costume that his people designed is very, what century are we in now? The 21st century, right? It is very 21st century. It's very defined. It looks real. It looks like something that may be a hero of this day. If we had a real life Superman, it's something they would wear where the trunks just don't make any sense. So, and this is how Zack sees it. It's difficult for me because obviously I grew up with the Christopher Reeve movies. He wore the trunks. I remember when I was in my 20s and seeing the trunks when I was rewatching those movies, and I'm thinking they're so big. They're so big and they kind of look bad. They really do. And I remember the conversations that Dick Donner was discussing they had about the trunks, the size of Superman's equipment, without me being too crude, and silly things like that. I think, personally, I don't have an issue with the trunks and not being around anymore. I don't. But a lot of people are passionate about this. And I think it's about more than the actual trunks. I think it's about his original look and style and what Superman was originally. Because, like it or not, and as much as I love Snyder and his version of Superman and the DCEU, it's a redefinement of Superman. It isn't the character, the original idea that Siegel and Schuster came up with. It's a modernisation, if you like. Now, as I say, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but people who love that original concept feel that Snyder took away who Superman was. Kind of even the debate over him smiling or not, even though Cavill does smile in Man of Steel, I'm not sure if he actually smiles in Batman versus Superman. Maybe when he's in the bathroom with Lois, right? And maybe, a false grin or something. But again, for me, that was never an issue for me. I don't care about things like that. It was a compelling story. They were telling the story of a real-world Superman, and smiling, it doesn't really matter. But again, with the smiling, it's about what Superman is. It's this air of positivity he originally represented. And I think this is where the debate comes from and the anger with the taking away from the trunks. It's taking away that original idea, the big blue Boy Scout. Now, fans of Man of Steel and Batman v Superman will say to you, well, that time of the big blue Boy Scout is over. And we like this, and we like this modernisation. I like this modernisation. But I think with the multiverse strategy, I think, again, this is what's going to happen where Snyder can have his kind of drawn down Superman, 21st century Superman, 2020, 2021 Superman or whatever, right? A modernised Superman. Then someone like J.J. Abrams or whoever can come in and give us the Superman that Siegel and Schuster originally envisioned. The trunks, the smiles, all of that. And that's what the multiverse strategy actually does. That's why I've always been waving the flag of the multiverse strategy and found it a very exciting situation. I'm sure that Nicolas Cage's Superman in the Flashpoint movie and Andy Muschietti's Flashpoint movie will have the trunks and maybe even the smiles. And so that's going to be pretty cool as well. Maybe Nick Cage can stick around. Who knows? But if you've got a multiverse, you can... I think Superman, the multiverse is a really good idea for Superman because you can see different versions. You can see different versions that different people like. And then we can get rid of these debates because the constant attacking of Snyder and his vision is tiring. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of defending it. But I also understand why people who are angry with Zack about getting rid of the red trunks and the way he kind of demonstrates Superman and his vision for Superman. I understand where their frustration comes from because they're fans of the original take and the big blue Boy Scout. So I actually do understand that, and I wouldn't kind of dismiss their views. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, your views are not relevant. Everyone's views are relevant, whether we agree with them or not. They come from a place of trying to protect what Superman was and what the original idea was for Superman. And I understand that as a big Superman fan. But even as coming into this character from the Donner movie, right, and that's how I fell in love with this character, right, via Christopher Reeve, I can still see that modernising the character, getting rid of the trunks, making him a more serious character is kind of cool. But it shouldn't be the only version of Superman. And as I say, with Tyler Hoechlin doing his Superman and Lois TV show, that will be very different. He'll be more of the Siegel and Schuster Superman, the strong man. I mean, listen, the strong man, the positive man, the smiley, cheesy Superman. And I think this is the thing, isn't it? With these different versions, we can all get the versions of Superman that we want. So there's actually no need to argue. Now, whether Snyder was right or wrong for doing this, I don't think it's about right or wrong. I just think there's two sides of this, the modernised side, the 21st century side, and the people coming from the original take, and they feel that what Superman was has been taken away by Snyder. So I don't think there's a right or wrong here. I just think the studio need to look at this and give, this Brandon Routh version, which is basically Christopher Reeve's version. We're going to get a central movie Superman, and I believe that's the case, which won't be Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill will be over with Zack over on HBO Max, and I think this is why Cavill's been so complimentary to Zack now, which is all good. So I think we are going to have maybe even 3 or 4 versions of Superman within this multiverse strategy, and they'll be dressed different ways. They'll have different style suits from different eras, and I think that's wonderful. So everyone gets to have their vision. All the fans get to have the version that they like rather than this debate, which really, in the end of the day, has no winners. comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with even more DC Multiverse Daily. See you again soon.